Does dental hygiene and therapy come up in clearing? I know a lot of people are hoping for it to come up in clearing. So if you've been rejected or you've not got the result you wanted or the university that you wanted, is there a chance it could come up in clearing? Now, not every university participates in clearing, and a lot of these universities give more offers than there are places because they know that so many people will miss their offers on results day. A lot of people will get lower grades than expected, and because of that, they're already prepared in advance and they've given more offers. There will always be so many people that miss their grades that they will then end up having empty spaces. Now, if they have empty spaces, you have a chance to get in through clearing, though it is extremely rare for dentistry or dental hygiene and therapy to end up on clearing. Last year, in 2024, Manchester University ended up on clearing for dental hygiene and therapy. So just in the rare chance that it could come up, here's what you can do on results day to maximize your chances of getting in. So before results day, you're going to prepare a document with all of the universities you've applied to for dental hygiene and therapy, as well as the other universities. You're going to get their clearing number or admissions contact. Ideally, you don't want to email them. You need to be acting quickly on results day. You want to make sure that you're able to get through to them because they have empty spots. You want to be able to contact them directly, so you need to be prepared with a document, all the phone numbers you need for the universities. And if you decide you want to apply for a backup option, like maybe you're also open to radiography, for example, you should have their contact numbers available as well. Now, for radiography, there were about 8 to 10 universities that ended up in clearing. Maybe for dental hygiene and therapy, it's quite rare, but there are other courses you can do if you're open to those options. I know a lot of people are dead set on hygiene and therapy, so let's focus on that. So you'll want to make sure that you're prepared well in advance. On the day of results day, as soon as it opens, you can contact them. You can let them know your situation. Hey, I got higher grades than expected. I had applied for dental hygiene and therapy before, but I was rejected at the interview. I was just wondering if you do have any spots available. And they might do, or they might even contact you before you call them. I know somebody from dentistry in my year who didn't get in and didn't get an offer after the interviews, but they ended up scoring really borderline and just missed an offer. And what happened on results day is they got a call and they said, you know what, so many people have missed their offer, there are spaces available, are you willing to come on? You're the first one on the wait list. And it was that one phone call. If they missed it, they might not be where they are today. So have your phone on you. If they call you on the day, have your phone ready, but you want to call them anyway. So call them directly and say, hey, I had an interview there. I was told I was on the waiting list, or I was rejected, but I got really good grades. I would be still interested in coming if you have spaces available. And you never know what they're going to say. So call up every single university, obviously start with the one you're most interested in, and then go through that. You can also check on clearing if there's a university on there. Say, for example, Manchester was on there last year. As soon as it's on there, you need to call them immediately. They're going to have so many phone calls, people calling them trying to get in. If you've already applied to Manchester but been rejected, you're going to be top of the waiting list to get in compared to somebody who hadn't previously applied there and hadn't done the interview there. They're more likely to pick somebody who's already been interviewed. I hope that makes sense. If you're confused, message me down below. I can answer any questions. But first thing, create a document, phone numbers, all the contact information, know exactly who you want to call. They might even ask you some questions on the phone. Say, for example, you decide you want to apply for radiography and you've been rejected from hygiene and therapy and you just want to get into university. Then what you can do is call up the radiography universities. You can say, hey, I've not applied here, but I'm really interested in radiography. I had applied for something else before and I'm really interested in this. Do you have spaces available? I noticed you're on clearing. And they might do a quick over the phone interview. They might even schedule in an interview for later that day. They might even ask for a personal statement last minute. So just in case, have some backup options. If you decide there are other courses you'd be open to, make a list and be prepared for anything. Another option is if you've been rejected, you can just reapply the following year. Reapply the next year and spend your year doing something useful like volunteering, contribute to the community, get a job where you can build your skills. There is something lacking from your previous application, or maybe your interview skills weren't as good as you thought they were. Spend your year focusing on yourself, building up your income, building up your skills, and reapply with more knowledge. And that is a really good option. There are so many people who don't get in first time round and the second year they do. But dental hygiene and therapy is competitive, so be prepared for the possibility of getting rejected from all of your universities and needing to call places on the day of clearing. While it is really rare for people to get into dentistry and dental hygiene and therapy through clearing, it has happened before. Dentistry, I found, it doesn't usually end up on clearing, but the university will either call you or you can call them on the day if you just missed your grades. Sometimes it won't update on UCAS, it won't say accepted or declined. It just sometimes won't say anything, or it will say pending. And in situations like that where you haven't got a clear answer of whether you got in or not, maybe you missed the grades just slightly, you can give them a ring and say, hey, I just missed my offer because I ended up getting a B instead of an A. Ask them what their situation is. If they're still willing to take you, you might be surprised. They might be willing to say yes. If a lot of people miss their grades, there will be spots available, but it might not always go to clearing. They will then turn to their waiting list and go through it one by one and fill in the spaces. They need the spaces filled. So make sure you're ready on results results day. Be prepared to call people. Make sure you are calling them. Your parent isn't calling them. You might be really distraught. You might be really upset with your grades. You might be nervous, but you should be the one on the phone to them. Speak to them directly. Be really, really friendly. They're going to be judging your communication on the phone. Anyway, I hope all of these tips are really, really useful for results day. If you follow me on all my socials, the links will be down below. Keep an eye out because I love making content when it comes to clearing. I find all the courses that I would recommend and I post them as well. So as soon as I found Manchester Dental Hygiene and Therapy and Clearing, I posted it straight away. So if you want to keep up to date with any sort of updates in that sort of sector, follow me on the socials as I will be posting more and more when it comes towards results day.